Hello, lost boy. Welcome to Neverwood, the softer side of Naughty Land. Hi, baby boy. It's been a long time since I taught you how to make ice cream while you were falling asleep. Yeah. Well, you had a hard day today, and I know that your mind might want to keep spinning. Spinning and spinning. Problem solving. Seems so necessary, doesn't it? But I would like to put you to sleep. Would you let me do that? Would you gift me that privilege? Thank you. It really is a privilege to get to take care of you when you're vulnerable. Do you remember what we did last time? A little ASMR? I have a secret. Do you want to know? I might have done something for us since we last talked. Can you tell? Can you tell what it is? What did I do, baby boy? Did I do something naughty? Or did I do something nice? Does that give you tingles? Does it? I was reading about these triggers, and it seems like they're a little different for everyone. But now I can tease you with them too. I even have a big furry head that I can pat, run my fingers through it, just like I would your hair. How fun. Yeah, I think we can have fun with this. And even if we're mostly doing safe for work, safe for YouTube, those meanies out here, we can do lots of things. Maybe you can help me get ideas on how to take care of you. Well, of course, I don't have all the answers. I'm just a human. Maybe you can help me create this new space. And I will give you tingles. Instead of making you, don't want to say those naughty words. Come. I was thinking that you could just lay down for me. Yeah. Put your head in my lap. And I could be close to you. Maybe read to you. Let you hear me breathe. And we can connect like two humans. We're such social creatures, and yet we're so disconnected sometimes. But in a small way, a way that feels very real to me. I get to be with you in this space when I'm recording in my booth. You don't feel very far away at all. I asked some of my boys what recipe I should put you to sleep with, and they chose dark chocolate brownies. Do you like brownies? There is almost no flour in these brownies. They are so good. Oh my god. I have made this recipe more than 40 times, easily. It's a favorite. It's what I'm asked to take to potluck kind of things. It makes amazing sundaes. Sometimes I cut it up into small pieces and I stir it into fresh ice cream as I take it out of the churn. Just freeze it in there. Sometimes I'll make a double batch and I'll cut it into truffle-sized pieces and I'll freeze it just by itself, and then I'll eat them when no one's looking. I would say that's the most often selfish application of the recipe that I want to show you. Well, not show you. Read to you. Okay, so I'm going to stop playing with your hair for the most part so I can hold the book. But I'm sure my hand will stray. I like feeling close. My lost boy. Breathe for me. Close your eyes. Nothing your mind wants to worry about right now can be solved right now. It will be easier to see a way out, to puzzle piece, to be creative, to find solutions after a good night's rest. Will you rest from me? Good. Good boy. Let's find this recipe. This book is called Ready for Dessert. It's by the same author as last time. I might have a thing for his baking, not gonna lie. It's by David Lebovitz. I hope I didn't brutalize your name. He is an American author who lives in France with his husband. And at some point, he mastered brownies. Let's see. One of my favorites, ricotta cheesecake with orange and aniseed. Let's see. What other things do I have bookmarked? Oh, you can hear that the pages are sticky. Mixed berry pie. I have blackberries in my yard. Oh, nectarine berry cobbler with fluffy biscuits. Summer pudding and pavlova. Num. Have you Americans had pavlova? If not, oh my god, you must try it. Tropical fruit soup with coconut sorbet and a meringue. It's making me hungry. Where are the brownies? Butterscotch Flan. I haven't made this one. I do like creme brulee though, and this is basically inverted creme brulee. Oh, here's a page I just shoved in here. No idea what that recipe is. My mom made this one New Year's. Pink grapefruit champagne sorbet cocktail. Very posh. Shh, sleep. I don't need your help. I got it. Brownie. White nectarine sorbet with blackberries. 5 spice cookie cups. Classic chocolate chip cookie recipe. It is a good one. He uses these giant chunks of chocolate. Oh, coconut macaroons. Oh, here it is. Oh, I think there's sugar It is called Robert's Absolute Best Brownies. It says it makes 9 to 12 brownies, but in my experience, they're rather rich for 9. If you were to cut this into 9 pieces, you might go into a sugar coma. About this recipe, he says, I have a blanket mistrust of any recipe with a superlative in the title. The ultimate, or the world's finest, always makes me raise an eyebrow, but how else? How else can I describe these brownies? I have made a lot of brownies in my life, and these really are the best so far for me and my tastes. These are the best. I learned to make them from the late Robert Steinberg, who changed the world of American chocolate when he co-founded Scharfenberger Chocolate. Part of Robert's unique charm was that he was quick to argue. But I learned that, like most people who hold strong opinions, at least food-wise, they're invariably right when you taste the results. He adapted his recipe from one cookbook by author Maida Heater. The first time I made these brownies, they were a bit dry, a crumbly disaster. Still unconvinced that they were worthy of their accolades, I listened carefully as he walked me through the steps. When he asked if I had stirred the batter vigorously for 1 full minute, I stammered and finally admitted, oops, that I had cut that step short. Ah, he said. So I made them again, only to discover that that was one life-changing minute. A list of ingredients for you, baby boy. Don't take notes, you're supposed to be sleeping. Eyes closed. Eyes closed. 6 tablespoons unsalted or salted butter cut into pieces. 8 ounces bittersweet or semi-sweet chocolate, chopped. Don't use crappy chocolate. 3/4 cup sugar. 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. 2 large eggs at room temperature. 1/4 cup all-purpose flour. And 1 cup of walnuts, almonds, hazelnuts, or pecans, toasted and coarsely chopped. Those are, of course, optional. You do not have to put nuts in there, but oh my god, they're so good. I know some of you can't eat nuts, though, and I have made them without nuts for younger eaters. To start with, my dear, you preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. Line the inside of a 9-inch or 23-centimeter square pan with 2 lengths of foil or parchment paper, positioning the sheets perpendicular to each other and allowing the excess to extend beyond the edges of the pan. You're making essentially a sling. You can simply pull them out by pulling on the paper or the foil. Very useful. Lightly grease the foil or parchment paper with butter, of course, or non smooth, melted and smooth. Remove from the heat. Stir in the sugar, the vanilla, until completely combined. Vanilla and sugar. It might look a little grainy at this stage. That's okay. Make sure it's thoroughly combined. Then beat in the eggs, one at a time. Crack it in there, baby boy, and then stir it in until thoroughly combined. And then crack the second one and add it, and stir it in there until thoroughly combined. Add the flour and stir energetically for 1 full minute. Off the heat, baby boy. Stir it for a full minute until the batter loses its graininess, becomes smooth and glossy, and pulls away from the sides of the saucepan. It really does change texture rather dramatically when you're there. If it doesn't work right away, your eggs might not have been at room temperature like they were supposed to be. Naughty pickle. Pop it on the heat for just a couple seconds, the burner where it was, stirring it, and pull it off and try again. Sometimes if it cools off too much, the batter doesn't seem to want to make this amazing transition where it pulls away from the sides. Once it looks good, all glossy and yum, stir in the chopped Stir in the chopped nuts of your choice. Then scrape the batter. Scrape it well into the prepared pan. Flatten it and then bake until the center feels set. About 30 minutes. Do not overbake these. Then you must exercise patience and self-control. You must let them cool completely. No cheating in the pan before lifting them out by the foil or the parchment and putting them on a cutting board. So close. These brownies will keep well for up to 4 days. Or you can do what I do and freeze them for a month. Variation. Here's some other options. This recipe takes well to mix-ins. I'll sum